has taken over. Let's go. It's Ferrall. Coast to coast. Steaks, chicks, stacks. You and I are going to make a lot of money. It's Ferrall. Coast to coast.
Yo, is Jalen Rose really rocking, Harry Carey glasses? I mean, honestly, no one tells him. No one says anything to him about him. Those glasses he wears. Honest to Christ. As you know, Carver High, I am not having it as the director of the fashion popo. We don't have any time for Harry Carey glasses on anyone other than Harry Carey. Or Mickey Mouse.
You're correct about that. We are the fashion police on Coast to Coast. All right, let's get rolling here. Hour number 2, go through last night's games. The Giants beat the Padres 1-0 last night. That snapped, the Giants had lost 11 in a row, Scotty, to National League West division opponents. They ended that, a 1-0 win. Padres looked like they tied it in the 7th. Drury coming around third base, Scotty. Let's hear it on Bally Sports San Diego.
You lose.
Line to fair ball. Down the left field line to the corner. Brandon Drury racing around. They're going to try and score him. Here comes the throw from Crawford, and he is safe.
Wow, this was close. Initially, I thought Drury got his hand in.
San Francisco is challenging the safe call.
See if he gets his hand down. Boy, that's close.
Review, the call on the field is overturned. The runner is out.
Oh, then they
went
throwing
crazy
things on
at
the
Petco.
field.
They started throwing stuff on the field. At least they're drawing enormous crowds to watch the Padres lose every night with their fancy new lineup. The greatest lineup in baseball history is what they said. And they haven't been able to win a game.
They have not. Now, since the big trades last week, they did get a couple wins against the Rockies, but they lost that game Thursday. They lost all three over the weekend. They lost all 3 over the weekend to the Dodgers, and then they lost last night to the Giants. Let's check in with manager Bob Melvin, Scotty, on what's going on in San Diego.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I think it is to everybody, including everybody in the clubhouse. So, I mean, you go through stretches like this, yet... it's frustrating for everybody right now. There was really good energy in the dugout the whole game. We always thought every inning that we were coming up, we'd have a good chance to score. We had the one opportunity that gets overturned, and we end up losing again. So it's not going to be like this forever, but I think everybody's frustrated.
Not gonna be like
They'll start blaming him soon. They'll start blaming Bob Melvin, not the lineup. They'll blame Bob Melvin for all this. Watch. They brought him from Oakland, and now it's about the point where when you start losing with that kind of team and that kind of money you're talking about here, I mean, they got the highest, contracts in the history of baseball on that team. That's just all there is to it. And you can add Soto to the mix for $500 or more million already, given the shortstop and the third baseman well over $500 million, and they don't win. So they're not going to get rid of the players. They're going to blame Bob Melvin, who they went after and stole from the A's in the offseason. And it's not going to take long for people to turn on him. And they are not winning, and that's just all there is to it. And let me tell you something. I like the Padres. As you know, I go to Padre games a lot. I like going to Petco. I love the place. But I got to tell you, I'm really turned off by the deadline deal that everyone automatically said, Vegas, everybody else, that they were going to win the World Series and that no one could stop them. Meanwhile, they can't win a game. They can't even win a game. And the Dodgers kicked their teeth in and slept with their wives. So they are not beating the Dodgers at anything, ever. It's just, I'm sick of hearing about the Padres, how great they are, and they can't even win an effing game. So shut up.
It has not been a good couple of days for them, that's for sure. We welcome in all of our radio affiliates for El Coast to Coast on a Tuesday, Sirius XM 159, Sports Map, Sports Byline. Good to have you aboard with us today. The Orioles, Scotty, they were at it again last night at home, too. They beat the Jays 7-4. What a season it's been for Ramon Urias. Another homer on Masson for Urias.
That did not go.
Barrios in the air, right center field. He got some drive on this. Merrifield in front of the wall will run out of room. It is gone. It is a 3-run homer. It is a big blow with a runner in scoring position and one more to boot.
Yeah, at least, I hit this game. I mean, I was happy at that. It's a tough team they're playing, and to win that game at Camden, they are tough. And we were on Lyles, got it done. Boom, they win.
Certainly did. They got homers from Santander and Mountcastle as well. Orioles now 5 games over 500. You keep looking up. They are not going away, and we're in mid-August.
And they got rid of Lopez, and they're still winning.
That's right. Mets beat the Reds 5-1 last night. Starling Marte, Scotty, 2-run shot on SNY to get things going in the first.
So the Mets have a leadoff man on. And now here's Marte. And Marte launches one to deep left center. Taking a look is Fraley, but that ball is way out of here. Starling Marte, 12th home run of the year, and 2 batters in. The Mets have a 2-0 lead. Well, that didn't take long.
The Marte Parte. I mean to tell you, the money that I am collecting on this team now, and I've hated the Mets my whole life, but I like them this summer because they make me money.
And they also got a sparkling performance from the Bassett Hound, Scotty. 8 innings, no runs, 8 hits, 8 strikeouts. Really good there. They will go at it with the Reds again tonight. We'll come back. We got more for you on Coast to Coast.
Bassett's been huge for the Mets.
Non-attorney spokesperson. This is a paid advertisement for legal services sponsored by Nightline Legal. Cases assigned on a random basis to participating law firms.
Attention parents. If your child was born premature and later diagnosed with necrotizing enterocolitis, also known as NEC, call right now. You may be entitled to financial compensation. Certain types of baby formulas have been linked to an increased risk of newborns developing NEC, a severe and potentially fatal intestinal illness that oftentimes requires surgery. If your child was born premature or at a low birth weight and later diagnosed with necrotizing enterocolitis, the baby formula your child was fed may be to blame, and you may be entitled to significant compensation from the manufacturer. Call right now to find out if you qualify. Don't be a victim. Get the help you deserve. There are time deadlines to file a claim, so don't wait. Call right now.
Call 1-800-958-5083. That's 1-800-958-5083.
You heard a screech outside at night, but you can't see what it is because there's not enough light. You need the Bionic Floodlight from Bell & Howell, the solar-powered motion-activated multi-directional floodlight, the versatile wireless, safety, security, and outdoor lifestyle light you'll love. And right now, it's yours for just $29.99, and the shipping is free. Order now, and we'll send a second Bionic Floodlight. Just pay a separate fee. Here's how to order.
Call 1-800-604-7066 or order online at bionicfloodlight.com.
Are you over the age of 50 and considering buying an annuity in the next 60 days? I have some important news for you. Don't buy an annuity until you understand the pros and cons of annuities. Call now for this free book on maximizing your income in retirement. Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers from leading financial firm J.D. Mellberg. That's right, free. This book reveals little-known truths about annuities in simple-to-understand terms. Grab a pen right now, because we're about to offer you this free book that unlocks the 5 little-known truths we believe baby boomers and seniors should know before buying an annuity, and it's free. Call 800-273-2815. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report. We researched numerous products and summarized rates and benefits of annuities, all from Silac Insurance Company. Call 800-273-2815. That's 800-273-2815. Call now.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
With Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-450-0515. 1-800-450-0515.
I want to reiterate, Carver High. I love Jalen Rose. I loved his game. I love his broadcasting career. I love the Fab Five. I loved his style. I just don't like anyone copying Harry Carey's. You can't have Harry Carey's. You can't wear Harry's glasses ever. No one. I don't care who it is. You cannot pull it off. Only Harry Carey wears those glasses. Jalen's got to change up. He's got to get new ones. Something else. That's all. I love him as a person. I don't have anything bad to say about his game or anything. Just he can't wear Harry Carey's. That's legit right there. You know that's legit. I will defend Harry until I'm dead.
I don't disagree with you. It takes a special person to wear those style of glasses, Scotty. I have not seen Jalen Rose wearing them, but I will take your word for it that it is not.
I mean, honestly, who hasn't seen him wearing them?
I don't turn that on. We have now a couple of other games from last night. Cubs beat the Nationals 6-3. The only important thing that happened in this game, Scotty, was that Luke Voit hit a solo home run and rang the bell for us with a tater. The problem is the call absolutely sucked. So instead, we'll celebrate the Cubs actually winning a game. Christopher Morel, 2-run shot on Marquee.
Magical close. That's drilled left field, way back, and forget it. And Morel will touch them all. His 10th, the 2-run homer, as he rips that one into the left field bleachers. 3-zip.
There it is.
You got to tell the story about the stupid GM telling Hayward he was finished with the Cubs on his birthday.
Yes, Jed Hoyer told everybody yesterday that even though Jason Hayward has one more year left on that absolutely ridiculous deal that they signed him to, whatever it was, 7 years ago, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, he will not be back next year with the Cubs. They will find a way to send him somewhere else or get rid of him. Also, his birthday today, Scotty, so it was like a nice little slip the envelope under the door birthday present. Here's your card with the pink slip in it while you open it up.
Who does that?
He gets paid. He gets paid either way, right? He's probably laughing. All right, you don't want me to play?
I really
All right,
do.
I'll take the money.
I think this guy Hoyer is really the stuff we've seen on this show lately of him, the absurdity of some of his decisions and moves. Contreras, Hap, this on the guy's birthday. I think I'm going to put Jed into the Ass Hat University. He's going to get a full ride.
I can see that happening. It's going to be a very interesting offseason for the Cubbies. They'll always remember Hayward, though, for that speech that he gave during the rain delay in Game 7 against Cleveland at the World Series. Everybody always pumps him up for that when they came back and won the World Series in Game 7 after the big speech in the locker room from Jason Hayward. The Angels beat the A's 1-0 at the Ashtray last night. A run in the first inning, and that's all they needed, Scotty. Louis Rengifo doing the honors on Bally Sports West. Ooh, here we go.
For 90s either.
Rengifo drives that towards left field.
Rengifo.
Luis Rengifo jumping on that. That's way gone. Solo shot for Luis Rengifo. 1-0 Angels. Crushed it.
Geefy crushing the baseball. Wow, right-handed. A lot of his power.
Geefy.
Batting average-wise lefty, but the power from the right side.
Right.
Man, I got the bad beat last night twice. I got beat on that Bums home run, and I got beat on that Giants 1-0 over the Padres. Twice on 1-0 tickets. That sucks.
I was, of course, riding the Buccos last night out in the desert against the Diamondbacks. Scoreless into the 7th inning last night, Scotty. And then finally, Arizona got things going. They got one run, and then Ketel Marte put it away in the 8th with a 2-run single on Bally Sports Arizona.
There's a base hit. Perdomo's home. Here comes Rojas. Thomas digging for third. Ketel Marte makes it 3-0 Diamondbacks. He got it by O'Neill Cruz somehow and into right center.
My boy Ketel chips. All I know is, I told you yesterday, the Pirates don't score runs on the road. They don't win on the road. I was on Gowan and the under, both hit.
There you go. Last night in Major League Baseball. We have a lot of games to get to tonight, Scotty. So really all we need to do is to start doing it. Let's go. We will start in Philadelphia. The Marlins and the Phillies. The Phillies very hot after beating up the Nationals all weekend. Have Zach Wheeler going tonight. Garrett starts for the Fish. Minus 250 for Philadelphia. Total of 7.5 tonight.
Yeah, I like the Phillies, Wheeler, and the under here. I actually think Garrett's tough, keeps it under 4 runs. And we already know what Wheeler does. He keeps it under 3 runs. I like the under here. I think it's going to be a decent game. I'm on Wheeler, though, in the Phils.
The Orioles, after the win last night at Camden Yards against the Blue Jays, they'll try again. This time, Alek Manoah will be in their way. Bradish is going for the Birds. Minus 162 for Toronto tonight, plus 136 for Baltimore. Total of 8.5 at Camden.
Yeah, the problem is Radish in my salad is always tasty, but this guy gives up 10 runs a game. He's going to get lit. Manoah's got 12 wins. His ERA's not even 2.5. I like the Jays big tonight. I think they're going to romp.
We mentioned earlier that we like the Braves to score quite a few runs at Fenway tonight against the Sox. Charlie Morton against Rich Hill tonight. Jeez, he's still going. Minus 158 for Atlanta. Big total here at Fenway, 9.5.
I like the over, and I'm going Bravos here in the Fishermen.
Let's go. The Reds are at Citi Field again tonight against the Mets. They have Carlos Carrasco going tonight. Mike Minor starts for the Reds. He stinks. Minus 310 for the Mets. 8.5 is the total.
I'm on the over. I think the Mets are going to score 10 or more runs on this hack Minor. The guy's, he's bad luck. He's talking about voodoo dolls earlier. This guy, he gives up 7 runs a game every time he's out. Carrasco's going to strike out 8 to 10 guys. The Mets are going to do it all. Home runs, the whole deal. I'll throw in a polar bear. How about another Marte parte? How about he hits another home run tonight? I'm doing additional prop boat activity, and we've already put the boat up on the trailer out of the water. Ferrall cheating backdoor by the lake. There's another lake that we like to go after the pond where we smoke.
It's summertime. It's easy to get the boat right back in there. You just back it up a little bit in the summertime, and it's just fine. It's always available to keep going. The Guards in Detroit tonight. Shane, don't call me Justin Bieber against Alexander. Minus 188 for Cleveland, plus $158 for the Tigers. 7.5 is the total tonight.
I like Bieber and the under here. Give me Cleveland in Detroit on the streets.
They are underway game 1 in Kansas City, as we talked about earlier. Lynn against Singer at the K. Tonight, Scotty, we have game 2. Martin and Heasley are going. What? Minus 134 for the Sox in game 2. 9.5, the hefty total.
Both of these guys stink. There's going to be massive runs tonight in the humidity at the K in Kansas City. I'm going to take Doc Martin boots and the White Sox.
The Nationals and the Cubs at Wrigley again tonight. Marcus Stroman against Espino. Minus 205 for the Cubbies. 7.5's the total. Since we're adding all these prop boats in, I'm going for Voit again tonight, too, for the Nationals. Let's go.
Why not? Get that contract going. I'm against Espino and his 4.20. Hey now, ERA. Give me Stroman and the Flubbies on the north side.
Plenty of other games when we come back, including several on the left coast tonight. The late night West Coast games. We got them.
It's a better coast anyway.
Your heart. Are you over 50? Would you like to get up to 33% more income in retirement? Then call now for this free book, Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers, from a leading financial firm on maximizing your income in retirement. That's right, free. This free book reveals little-known secrets about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms that will help you make the right choices before buying an annuity. And it's free. Call right now for your free book. And as a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report. We researched over 1,200 annuities and summarized the rates and benefits of annuities from financially strong insurers. Again, that's annuity do's and don'ts for baby boomers and a free annuity rate report, both absolutely free for calling Annuity General today. Supplies are limited. Call now.
Call 800-830-7360. That's 800-830-7360.
I lost my motivation. I was feeling old and starting to look it. And then, voila. I feel better than I did in my 20s. If you feel stuck, if you can't find the drive, it may be due to low HGH, which naturally drops with age.
Your growth hormone levels start declining in your 20s, but GF9's lab-tested, patented formula is designed to boost GH levels naturally by up to 682%. Growth hormone is associated with reduced body fat, increased lean muscle, improved energy, mood, and more. And best of all, GF9 has been shown to work in as little as 2 hours.
I've taken a million different supplements. This is the first one that I've noticed has made a tremendous difference.
To me, GF9 is the best supplement out on the market.
GF9 is a top-selling male performance product at GNC. Call right now to try GF9 for 60 days absolutely risk-free.
Call 1-800-795-9129 or go to getgf9.com.
Join us. Get your drive back. Get your youth back. And get back in the game with GF9.
With Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Don't worry, help is on the way.
With any of Life Alert's 3 emergency systems, help can be summoned immediately, and batteries never need charging.
I was having a stroke and I was scared to death.
If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
Life Alert is a lifesaver.
My husband is alive because of Life Alert.
Life Alert is the lifesaver to keep me out of assisted living.
Life Alert saves a life every 11 minutes.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-609-5506. That's 1-800-609-5506. Call now. 1-800-609-5506.
All right, Carver High. What about the Rays Brewers? We start there with the rest of these games on tap tonight. Lots of action.
Yes, let's go up to Milwaukee next, Scotty. The Rays and the Brewers taking on tonight. Freddie Peralta back on the hill for the Brew Crew. Minus 162, total of 8. As both these teams, same exact record as they take each other on for 2 games.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on with this Yacobonis guy with his ERA at 40. I don't know what's happening there. I mean, that is just disastrous. That's DFA time. All I know is I'm on Peralta and the Brewers tonight to finally turn it around a little bit for Council. Give me the Brew Crew and the over.
Rangers and the Astros at Minute Maid tonight. Martin Perez and your kitty are the starters. Minus 188 for Houston. 7.5 is the total.
Yeah, I don't know what the number is on the other side. I can't see that far, as you know, in my Harry carries. But I'm on
plus
Perez. What is it, $1.58?
Yeah, 158 for the Rangers.
Yeah, I'm going for Texas tonight with the upset at Minute Maid with Perez throwing a gem and the under.
The Cardinals open a series in Colorado against the Rockies. They have won 7 in a row. Miles Mikolas is on the mound against Feltner tonight. Minus 176 for the Redbirds, plus 148 for the Rockies. 11.5 the big total in the thin air.
Yeah, Feltner up's terrible. His ERA's around 6. I'm going to go with your boy in the Swiss Alps, Mikolas, and the 2.9 ERA. Give me the Cardinals, make it 8 straight.
Angels and the A's at the Ashtray again tonight. It is an Ohtani night For Anaheim, James Caprillion is going for the A's. Minus 184 for the Angels, plus 154 for Oakland. 6.5, the low total tonight out at the Trey.
That's because Caprillion's pitched great his last, 3 starts, Mike. He's been really good. I'm going to take Ohtani sighting over Caprillion in a real low-scoring game. Like last night, 1-0. I'm going to keep it under 6.5 here as well. I don't even think they'll get near that number. I think it's going to be this game's going to be 2-1, 3-2.
That game, that 1-0 game last night, Scotty, also a very crisp and clean 2 hours and 8 minutes. If you were keeping score at home, the fast one,
as opposed
to the, as
opposed to that sucks. I spend $100 for my ticket behind home plate, and I sit down and have a beer, and then I got to leave.
2 hours and 8 minutes. Got to get a couple in before they throw you out of there. Unlike the Yankee game, which almost how about the Yankee-Cardinal game on Sunday? I mean, they must have went 5 hours in that 12-9 game.
So what do they do? There's no beer after the 7th inning. But what happens when the 7th inning comes around 40 minutes after the game started?
Well, you got to remember, that's like a New York thing, too, because I've been to these other ballparks where that's not the case in other places. So I think it's like a state or a city-specific thing. I'm sure California probably in the same boat.
Well, I know why they do it in New York,
because
by the time the game ends in the Bronx and in Queens, the 2 games that are played, there's 18 people murdered in that, in the window of when the game ends till the clock strikes midnight. There's in that window of 2 hours, we average 18 murders in 2 different boroughs.
I saw another brawl video at the Padre game last night. Padre and Giant fans.
We got to start showing more of these on this show.
Swinging fierce out there.
Why can't we show these fights?
A lot of violence. We don't want to do that. We don't want to get anybody upset. There's a lot of
violence.
fisticuffs.
Are you expecting any violence here today? I certainly hope so.
The Buccos are in Arizona against the Diamondbacks again tonight. Thompson and O. Henry going for them. Minus 156 for the Diamondbacks, plus 132 for the Pirates. 8.5 is the total. I'd like to see the Buccos maybe get off the deck and score some runs tonight, Scotty.
Your boy Henry Barr is going to get lit. Buccos tonight with the upset piece in the desert. I like the Pirates to win this game. And how about this? Give me an O'Neill cruise missile, a Swarovski home run, and the Buccos go over the rainbow.
Let's go. That's right. Giants and the Padres. Padres have lost 5 in a row. Joe Musgrove goes tonight against the Giants. Alex Cobb goes for them. Minus 180 for San Diego, plus 152 for the Giants. 7.5 is the total.
You know, they just gave Joe $100 million. He has got a Band-Aid this losing streak. I like the Padres tonight, and I'm going to keep it under since they're not scoring any runs with their vaunted lineup.
They have had a lot of trouble here over the past week, that's for sure. The Twins are in Los Angeles against the Dodgers, who are also red hot. Urias goes for them. Ryan for the Twins. He stinks. Minus 245 for L.A. Total of 8 tonight.
Yeah, I don't think Ryan stinks. His ERA's 3.6. He's 8-4. We had him on a strikeout card last week. I think he's going to pitch a good game tonight. I like the Dodgers and Urias and an under. Both of these guys are 3 and 2 runs a game on average. I think the Dodgers win a close one, and Gray gives the Twins a nice pitching performance tonight at Dodger Stadium.
And finally, late night in the Pacific Northwest, Yankees and the Mariners again in Seattle. Marquee pitching matchup was supposed to be last week, and Garrett Cole gave up 6 in the first. Garrett Cole, Louis Castillo, minus 136 for the Yankees, plus $1.16 for Seattle. Total of 7 tonight.
I'm going to go over because I know that these two, you see their names, you think automatically it's going to be a great game, low scoring, like in the Bronx, and he gives up 6 in the first inning. Last night they had 13 runs. I'm going to go over and take Seattle again.
There you go. The night in Major League Baseball, Scotty. I'm with you on the over in that Yankee-Mariner game. I think there will be runs despite those two. being on the mound. Let's cash a lot of tickets. 16 games, one of them already underway, scoreless. Royals and the White Sox. How about some NFL, Scotty? Let's go as training camps. Pain day. As training camps continue to roll on here, as we are just a couple of days away from the first official week of the preseason games. Thursday night, you get yourself, Scotty, a double dip. The G-Men and the Patriots, Titans and the Ravens also playing on Thursday night to kick off that preseason schedule. I do have for you, I believe, the entire slate. There it is in all of its glory here for week number 1. You've got 2 games Thursday, bunch of games on Friday, including the Falcons and the Lions. Saturday, Scotty, a quadruple header of games, including the Bills and the Colts in Orchard Park, the Steelers and the Seahawks. And I guess we can't call it the ketchup bottle anymore, right? What are we going to call this place now? When the Steelers play some home games, you do have a game on Sunday. 1 game, Vikings and the Raiders out in Vegas, Scotty. Week 1 NFL preseason.
Still call it the ketchup bottle permanently. And because no one cares about Acusure, I can guarantee you that. And I can guarantee you when I'm at all the games this year and I got all their stupid commercials, people are going to be yawning and going to the beer lines. Here's the deal. I noticed the games like Thursday night. What a thrill it'll be to watch the Ravens with not one player playing in the game that's on the team.
Well,
second of all, the Giants should start every single starter on the team because they suck so bad, it won't matter if they play and get injured.
Well, look, that's what I was going to ask. We're going to get your picks, obviously, later on in the week before we do these games on Thursday, Friday, and throughout the whole weekend. But, like, how do you even look at these games when you know these guys aren't playing? Like, the Ravens have this great preseason record with Harbaugh over the last 4 or 5 years, and they're laying 3.5 against Tennessee. Lamar's not playing. This guy's not playing. That guy's not playing. It just seems like sometimes these are very, very tough to get involved with, these preseason NFL games.
I mean, I go light, and I do, usually the exact opposite of what I think should happen because that's how bad these games are. I mean, I'd rather, hang out with my wife and all of her friends and watch them drink and talk bad about people than watch NFL preseason football. Now, I know everybody around here gets all excited about every game. There were people around here getting excited about Korean baseball, and I got to tell you, I don't watch that much preseason football, and I don't watch Korean baseball effing ever. Ever. Not once, ever. Not 1 minute of it.
That's why we take the Giants against the Patriots on Thursday night, because the Giants wouldn't normally beat the Patriots. So we go the other way, and we take the Giants.
But they always give the Patriots problems. Always.
They do. They always give the Patriots problems. That is true. Week 1 of the preseason schedule. Get excited. We'll have all the picks for you later on this week here on Coast to Coast. All right, we have several people for you. I am not going to start diving in, Scotty, because we only have limited time left before we have to go to break. But I will tell you that when we come back, Derrick Henry will not play in any preseason games. We'll find out how he is going to cope with that. Matt Rule is going to give you an update on the quarterback battle in Carolina with Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold and more. The next wonder kid in the NFL, we haven't heard from Kevin O'Connell yet on Coast to Coast during the preseason. The next whiz kid nerd in the NFL, Scotty, is going to be up in Minnesota. I'm excited to see O'Connell here today for the first time.
I love how we always do the same things in sports in preseason and training camp. They always have these coaches come out and talk about the battle for the quarterback job.
Yes,
it's so funny.
yes.
Here's another thing. I wouldn't let Henry play even if he wanted to.
Funerals can be emotionally devastating for a family to go through. Besides the sorrow, loved ones are left with the high cost of arranging a funeral. Funeral Advantage was formed to help protect your family when they need it most. It pays your loved ones up to $20,000 immediately for funeral and any other expenses.
It's a good feeling to know that my family will be taken care of if anything happens to me.
Funerals can easily cost $9,000 or more, but government benefits pay only $255, leaving your loved ones to pay the rest.
It's so easy. Just answer a few simple health questions. This is so affordable, even for someone like me who's on a fixed income.
If you're 40 to 85, get information on how to protect your family. Funeral Advantage is something we all need. There's no risk or obligation. Call now.
Get the facts about how easy it is to protect your family. Call 800-565-6178. That's 800-565-6178.
If you or a loved one has mesothelioma or been diagnosed with another asbestos-related cancer, call now. An estimated $30 billion in court-ordered trusts have been set aside to pay out claims to asbestos victims. You may be able to receive compensation without ever going to court or filing a lawsuit. Thousands of hardworking men and women have been diagnosed with mesothelioma because manufacturers put profits ahead of safety. Manufacturers knew the risks of asbestos exposure for years, but knowingly manufactured and sold deadly asbestos-containing materials, putting millions of American workers at risk. These manufacturers have tried to avoid compensating their victims, but the courts have ordered them to set aside an estimated $30 billion in trust money for the victims of asbestos. Call now to see if you're entitled to a portion of the $30 billion. You could receive compensation without filing a lawsuit or going to court.
For your free legal consultation, call 800-268-1371. That's 800-268-1371. I'm a non-attorney spokesperson. Are you over the age of 50 and considering buying an annuity in the next 60 days? I have some important news for you. Don't buy an annuity until you understand the pros and cons of annuities. Call now for this free book on maximizing your income in retirement. Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers from leading financial firm J.D. Mellberg. That's right, free. This book reveals little-known truths about annuities in simple-to-understand terms. Grab a pen right now, because we're about to offer you this free book that unlocks the 5 little-known truths we believe baby boomers and seniors should know before buying an annuity, and it's free. Call 800-273-2815. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report. We researched numerous products and summarized rates and benefits of annuities, all from Silac Insurance Company. Call 800-273-2815. That's 800-273-2815. Call now.
Obviously, you got to get on at SportsGrid and at SportsGrid TV. You got to follow us on social media. Get the winning edge on everything. Get all the skinny, the scoop, the odds, the totals, what we're doing, where we're headed, best way to make money. It's a beautiful thing. It's everywhere. Everywhere you turn, everywhere you go. It doesn't matter if you're on the subway, if you're in a cab. It doesn't matter if you're driving in bumper-to-bumper traffic in Southern California. You see SportsGrid everywhere. We're taking over the world, and I got to say, it was kind of easy doing it. All right, Carver High, where are we here?
NFL, let's start with the Titans and Derrick Henry. Of course, Scotty, he missed a lot of last season with the injury, came back in the playoffs. Mike Vrabel and the Titans taking it very cautious with Henry. He will not play in any of the 3 preseason games. He is looking ahead to week number 1. How will Henry prepare? Here we go, Scotty.
I feel good. Like I said, it's exciting to get back and get out there and get some reps, working with Coach Dews and, being with the younger backs and Dontrell and Jordan and, Torrey. So this has been fun getting some work in and, just being back out here. It's the best time of the year, so.
The program that you're on, so to speak, is that something that you and the training staff and the coaching staff has come up with, or is that something they gave you? How did you? Because it seems like it's different, not as much team period and everything.
That's Vrabel's plan. You ask Vrabel, and he comes to me with it, and I just go out there and do what I need to do.
I don't deny how brutally good this guy is and how tough he is to handle and deal with, but I really do believe the kid Taylor in Indy's better.
Look, yeah, I think you saw a little bit of a turn last year. There's no doubt about it, especially with Henry not playing, and Taylor had such a monstrous season for Indianapolis. The real question is, Scotty, who do we like in this South? Do we like the Titans, who have won the last couple of years and maybe are on a little bit of the decline, or do we like the Colts, who have Taylor and also are adding Matt Ryan into the mix? I think it's a tough call right now between the two teams. The Titans' numbers, 9.5 is their win total, -110 both ways to make the playoffs to win that AFC South, +165.
I got to tell you, look, I mean, they both have great backs. They both have good defenses. I won't deny, I think that the Titans have a better alleged pass rush that deserted them. It kept them in the game, but they lost that game because of Tannehill. And I do think that Matt Ryan is better than Tannehill. So I'm going to give the edge to the Colts this year.
I'm giving the edge to the Colts as well. In fact, I think the Titans, Scotty, miss the playoffs this year. I would play the no there to -110. Let's go to Carolina now. Of course, the trade for Baker Mayfield a couple of weeks ago, competing, you could say, with Sam Darnold to who will be the starting quarterback there. So here's Matt Rule answering two different questions within about 2 or 3 minutes of each other. At first, he says both guys are doing good. We have an idea who's ahead. We're obviously not going to tell you. And then 3 minutes later, speaks so glowingly of Baker Mayfield and the progress he's made. It's pretty obvious, Scotty, that he's the guy leading the battle right now. Here's Matt Rule.
I know that one quarterback's played better than the other quarterback one day, and then there's been some other things the next day. So we see it kind of day by day, but both guys are competitors, are fighting back. So I wouldn't say necessarily that have made an evaluation of that, but there's certainly been days where we can point to one guy and say but I think it's been back and forth. I think both guys are battling pretty well. I think he's definitely improving. I shouldn't say I think. He's definitely improving. He gets more and more of a feel for what he can do at the line of scrimmage, and so those things are, he's making, what he's done in 10 days is pretty impressive, or 10 practices, 11 practices, so he's making really good jumps.
Look, I don't think, Tepper inherited this guy and then gave him this ridiculous contract of $60 million, whatever it was. I don't think he's an NFL coach. I think he's a college coach. I think his days are numbered. I said that on this show last year several times. I don't actually believe that he knows what he's doing at all. I really don't think he's meant for the NFL. I think his days are numbered. But I will say, I do believe Baker Mayfield is better than Sam Darnold. We've seen enough of Sam Darnold to know that he is not. You know what he is? He's Matt Barkley. Boom. Mic drop.
Look, the Panthers did not trade for Baker Mayfield to not play him, Scotty. Right. I don't believe that at all. And I think that they know that he's better. And they obviously just can't say it yet, and they will. I don't care how long he's been there. Like he just said, he's picking everything up, and he's been there for 10 days, 2 weeks, whatever it is, and he's already learning everything that they need to do. Panthers are 6.5 on the win total, +400 to make the playoffs. I am on this over. I'm a believer in Baker in a little bit of a weaker NFC. I think they can get to 7 wins, Scotty. I'm going to have a little fun with Carolina this year.
I think you're going to be stressed out pulling for that team with that ticket. I say no, and I say no, and I say no on all 3 of those lines right there. No on the wins, no on the playoffs, no on the South. That's all done deal. No's across the board.
I think my bet also probably hinges on Christian McCaffrey actually playing all the games, which we also know is something that doesn't happen very often. So I'm kind of hoping that happens too. Let's go to Minnesota now. We have not heard yet in training camp from one of the other newest wonder kids in the head coaching ranks from the Sean McVay tree, Scotty. Kevin O'Connell, the new man in Minnesota. Let's hear from him. And he already knows, hasn't even coached a preseason game yet. And he knows they mean nothing. Here's Kevin.
Yeah, ultimately, I think we're going to get 17 opportunities during the regular season to prove.
Guy delivered my paper this morning, Scotty. Look at this guy.
That really is all that matters in my mind. But these preseason games are great opportunities to really evaluate the players purposely. It's hard to hold the guys to a complete standard of our football philosophies when we may not want to show certain things, formations, personnel groupings, that ultimately will be left for those to imagine, not see on tape. So to watch it come to life, absolutely in its purest form from a X's and O's standpoint, probably not.
Look, I gave you the Dolphins. I'm going to give my other sleeper to the Vikings. I think Cousins can do the job. I don't think he's great, but I think he's good. He puts up huge numbers and never goes anywhere with them, makes tons of money that he doesn't deserve. But I actually think with Jefferson, it makes him look good. And I think with Cook, anything's possible. This team can be good and give the Packers a run for their money in the North if they play defense. The whole season hinges on the defense. I don't think they have any problems at all scoring. Didn't they put like 40-something on the Steelers? I mean, look, they can put the ball in the end zone. It's their defense that has let them down. And their defense used to be, if you will, vaunted. But that has disappeared the last few years. I think they're going to be sneaky good. I think this kid O'Connell will have very little to do with it, but he'll get all the credit.
He will get all the credit. Two main things, of course, Jefferson makes everybody look good, Scotty. And the other thing is Cook needs to stay healthy. It's just like anybody else, McCaffrey, Henry, all these guys. If Cook stays healthy and he plays all the time, 9.5 is the number for the Vikings, minus 118, yes, to make the playoffs. How about to win the division at plus 240? Maybe the Packers take a little step back. No Devontae Adams, lost a lot of other receivers too. Is there a step back in Green Bay and an open door for Minnesota?
Well, I took the chance last year with the Arizona Cardinals, and they blew it. They should have won the West. They blew it. Everybody knows that they blew it. Then they went to the playoffs and got beat, and I said they would get beat in the playoffs. I'm going to take a chance again this year, and it's going to be Vikings to win the North at 240. Yes, and 10 wins.
10 wins and the NFC North. I like it. Speaking of the NFC North, Scotty, the Lions are, of course, in that division, and tonight we get the first taste of the full Dan Campbell experience on Hard Knocks as that gets going. You sent me this. I thought it was tremendous. I guess they sent out like a little snippet or a little preview of the guys out on the field. Here's Campbell passing the baton to running back Jamal Williams, Scotty, as he gets all the guys fired up and ready for practice in Detroit. Here we go from HBO's Hard Knocks.
Jamal Williams, break it up. Bring it up, bring it up. I'm gonna let y'all know, man, today is the minimum of effort. Do not give up. Do not feel like you're tired. When you tired, think of last year and think of that record. Every time I get tired or I think I can't go no more, I think of that record. Last year wasn't it. That ain't us.
Yeah,
we can make it. Have some heart.
We can do it.
I get emotional about this. I'm about to cry because I care about y'all. Do your best. Let's go. Lions on 3. 1, 2, 3.
And then notice that 1, 2, 3 Lions, because they're 3-13-1 always. They suck. Let's stop with all this nonsense. They are the worst franchise in the NFL and have been for like my entire life.
Yeah, they're up there. That's for sure. But I am gonna watch just because of Campbell. It's been a long time since I've watched. They are gonna get me in there.
There's nothing to watch. They're horrible.
Watching him act like a maniac on this show, I have to see.
They have no quarterback. They have no talent.
I know.
They have nothing. They have nothing.
I know.
They went 3-13-1. I went to the tie. I couldn't believe the Steelers tied them. I still can't. Do you remember what I said? For 3 days, I kept walking around with people I didn't even know. I can't believe the Steelers tied the Lions. I went to a tie game. Can you believe it? Like everywhere I went, I said it to everyone, at every restaurant, every checkout line. I couldn't believe it. The Lions are pathetic. Just stop. They shouldn't even be allowed on national television for any games ever, including Thanksgiving.
Speaking of really bad teams, the Houston Texans are forecasted to be exactly that, possibly the worst team in the NFL with Davis Mills at quarterback. Let's hear from Lovey, Scotty. In fact, I don't even want to hear. I don't even want to hear from Lovey. I got no idea what he's talking about. But look at your man down there during training camp with the 95-degree heat rocket this beard. I mean, look at what Lovey has going on here, Scotty. Let's go.
You get playing time when you get opportunities and you do something. You know, the show up, you know, each day and then show out making plays. It's that. And when you get an opportunity to do multiple things,
look at that
the more
beard.
things you can do, the better you are of helping our team and staying on our team.
Your boy is just absolutely loving life that they just gave him a 5-year deal with rollover millions, and he's never done a thing but lose in the pros and college. All he does is lose, and he's making millions, and he can rock that beard all the way till Christmas. He's Santa Claus.
He does look like that. Texans 4.5 wins. I'll say this. He never wins, but his guys are going to play hard for him, Scotty. You're going to get an effort out of the Texans this year. Everybody always plays hard for Lovey, no matter what. Can we inch them over the 4.5? Maybe?
No.
I say no.
No, what you do is when you win 4.5 is your total, then what you do is you just eat tons of Vicodin and Percocets all season. Just eat pills.
Davis Mills is going to be the quarterback. Think about that. Davis Mills. Oh, I got more for you at the top of the hour after this day in sports.
What is this, bad football team day?
If you or a loved one has mesothelioma or any other asbestos-related cancer, call now. Asbestos manufacturers sold deadly asbestos materials to thousands of companies, putting workers at risk. An estimated $30 billion in court-ordered trusts have been set aside to pay out claims to asbestos victims. You may be entitled to a portion of these funds and receive compensation without filing a lawsuit or ever going to court.
For your free legal consultation, call 800-268-1371. That's 800-268-1371. I'm a non-attorney spokesperson.
If you're watching this, I didn't make it. Thanks to people like you and the American Heart Association, my family never had to see this video. I was a healthy 47-year-old, no symptoms, but then my doctor discovered I had a bad heart valve that was beyond repair. The scariest day of my life was when I was sitting on a gurney as I looked at my wife was at my side, and my kids had me surrounded. Deep down, you know, this could be it. This could be all there is.
Not having him around for Riley to grow up with and have that papa figure in his life, that would have been hard.
This little heart valve did something really big. It saved my life. I wouldn't be here today without it. The research for this heart valve was funded by the American Heart Association. And that's why I'm asking you to become a monthly donor for just $19 a month. When you do, you'll help fund the next medical breakthrough that could save your life or the life of someone you love. You'll also provide life-saving CPR training, help certify hospitals to give the best care to those who have had a heart attack or stroke. When you give $19 a month, we'll send you a t-shirt just like this one. From the moment you put it on, you'll help raise awareness for heart disease and stroke. Since my surgery, I had a son get married. I had a daughter graduate high school. I had another daughter give birth to a precious boy. I would have missed all of it. And that's why it's personal for me.
We're very thankful for everyone who is a donor because it gives us more time.
Every 36 seconds, someone has a heart attack. The next person you help save could be someone you love, or even you. Become a monthly donor today by calling or going to helpheart.org. Because it's personal.
This is a paid advertisement for legal services. Attention! From 1953 to 1987, veterans and civilians were potentially exposed to toxic chemicals in the drinking water at Camp Lejeune. Exposure to these chemicals increases the risk for cancer and other health problems. If you or a loved one were diagnosed with a serious illness after being exposed to contaminated water at Camp Lejeune, you may be entitled to compensation.
Call Sokolov Law now at 1-800-327-4629. That's 1-800-327-4629.
I don't know much, but I do know one thing. It's time for Today in Carver High history.
It certainly is. 1936, Jesse Owens becomes the first American to win 4 Olympic gold medals. 1970, remember this one, Scotty? Willie Stargell, first player to hit a homer in the upper deck at right field at Three Rivers Stadium. What a moonshot that was from your boy Stargell out there at Three Rivers. 1971, Satchel Paige inducted into the Hall of Fame. 75, first game at the Superdome in Louisiana. 81, MLB returns from its in-season strike with the All-Star Game. 81 and 87, on this day, Larry Nelson wins the PGA Championship. 1988, the Oilers trade Wayne Gretzky, Marty McSorley, and more to the Kings for Jimmy Carson, Martin Gelinas, and a whole bunch of first-round picks. Who says nothing ever happens in August in hockey, Scotty? Wayne Gretzky traded on this day in 1988. I have seen it all. He certainly did. On the same day in 1988, the Cubbies played their first ever official night game at Wrigley Field. Their night game before was rained out after 4 innings. 92, De La Hoya wins the boxing gold medal at Barcelona. 2002, Barry Bonds, number 600, Scotty. Here we go.
Bonds with 599 career home runs. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a long one. This one is way back. It is out of here. 600.
Dwayne Kuiper with the call.
Gotta love it. 2007, David Beckham makes his MLS debut for LA. 2012, the U.S. women's soccer team beat Japan for the Olympic gold. Usain Bolt won as well. 2015, Frank Gifford passed away at 84. 2018, Mookie Betts hit for the cycle. And 2020, 2 years ago today, 23-year-old Colin Morikawa, a final round 64 to win the PGA Championship and his first major. Yes.
So the other day, I was playing fast pitch with a tennis ball with my son and nephew, and I imitated Willie Stargell, and they had no idea who he was.